the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Denver Broncos. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Back to throw. And right away, he lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown. And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home? I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often. No, they're not choreographed very well usually. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Patriots nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his target, Harris. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Well, CD, you know, with receivers, we talk about their speed, great hands. It's tough to quantify elusiveness, but they say he has great elusiveness, and he showed it right there with a run after the catch.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
This defense for the Patriots, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the run.
Let's go. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football from triple option, you've actually called that play.
On second down, this is Harris. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Me and you all day.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 20. I got him.
They're going to look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 20. Check back.
On the give, this is Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Take it in at the 22. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted
pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Denver Broncos. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, this defense for the Pats, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, and ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they get a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, watch the screen, Mike.
Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Second and 6. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they get... to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11. Now they try the right side here. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
It's 3rd down.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And now here's a carry heading left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 10-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
He'll look to throw on 3rd and goal, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Rondale Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 38. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape of what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Albert Okuebuna, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Patriots 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Spinning running past him. And he breaks through another tackle. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. It's the 40-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They find some open field here. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Rondale Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Broncos 21, Patriots 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Cowboy 80. Kill, kill, kill. Check 43.
They run the counter. Harris. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have the Patriots 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
41-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Double tight.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
94 is the mic. 94 is the mic. What we got? What we got? What we got?
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now a first down carry for Harris. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll set up to throw. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He's going to wind up and air it out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he comes back with one complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
94 is the mic. Silver. 19 tight. 19 tight. 94 is the mic. 94 is the mic. In your face. 94 is the mic. 94 is the mic. Hey, let's get that ball.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38.